Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on Sunday, July 9th, man. Here with all the guys trying to make some money, betting sports per usual, man. We got some NBA. Oh, can't even talk. We got some Major League Baseball today, right before the All-Star break, man. We continue to have some NBA Summer League, man. And I got all the guys with me to help walk us through today's action. I'm excited about it today, man, and I'm ready to make some money. And without further ado, man, I'm going to bring in my co-host on these morning shows, man, on the weekend, Roof.
Hey man, I can't deal with that introduction. I tell you, dude, you set me up like that. Now I gotta deliver.
Gotta deliver, man. Come on, man. I know you will.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. It's a Sunday right before the break in Major League Baseball. Kind of loving that. And NBA Summer League in full swing. Had some good games yesterday. We had a lot of good games, and just enjoying the action.
And I'll tell you, there's no real break though. I mean, that's the thing is that we say it's the All-Star break, but there's always something. You can either, be brushing up on college football, NFL. Um, there's just so much that you can do, and
Facts.
and, and we're still gonna be on the air tomorrow. We're gonna be doing home run derby. We're gonna be covering the All-Star game for Tuesday. List goes on and on. Like I said, it's never a dull moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll still be covering Summer League as we have games throughout the week. So still working here at Pig Dogs, man. Just not as heavy this week coming up.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's that one time of the year I kind of look forward to that and a little couple days off between like the Christmas games and stuff like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, as much as I keep telling myself I'm gonna have a day to relax, never happens.
You're gonna find something to do.
I look like Pablo Escobar in that episode of Narcos, just standing in the pool.
Right. Oh man.
Just contemplating what MLB futures I want to take for the second half.
Yeah. We're at an interesting point in Major League Baseball season. I would say it's pretty wide open. The Braves are probably playing some of their best baseball right now. But other than that, I mean, I can't call it right now. I think all the top teams are kind of all right there. All the middle teams are kind of together. And then we know who the bad teams are. But I think we're going to have a very, very interesting second half of the season in Major League Baseball.
Yep. Both central divisions are wide open. Like you said, the top tier of the league is sort of in itself. We kind of know who those teams are, but again, crazier things have happened. We've seen teams fall apart in September. Could happen again. We'll have to see how that ends up shaping out.
We've also seen some teams put it together in September. So I'm interested to see if we see another run this year, man. Baseball, day-to-day sport, you never know.
100% teams that are 13 games out now could all of a sudden make that up and be 3-4 games out by September 1st. So
speaking of day-to-day, hell, the Blue Jays crank the Tigers and the next day get no hit, so it's you never know what's gonna happen.
oh, trust me, I know you know as well as I do. There's a certain somebody that's probably going to follow me up after this that decided to remind me that the Blue Jays took one on the chin, but you know what? It's been the MO of this Blue Jays team for the better part of the season. No consistency whatsoever.
Facts.
If this is how the Jays are going to play in the second half, put a bet on them to miss the playoffs because this is you can't have it. But again, we still got 70 something games in.
They're one of those teams on that bubble that we got to keep an eye on to see if they fall off or if they hit the accelerator in the second half of the season. What you looking at today and for today's Major League Baseball action?
Well, I said just a couple minutes ago that both Central divisions are up in the air, and that includes the NL Central. There's a battle between two teams that are 1-2 in the NL Central right now. You got the Brewers and the Reds. No starter confirmed for the Cincinnati Reds yet. Could end up being a bullpen game. We'll have to see if anything comes of light in the next hour or two. But regardless of who gets the nod for the Reds here, I gotta go with the Reds against the Brewers here. Wade Miley, he's been decent in spots. He's been a nice sort of filling arm that's been able to eat up some innings as of late for the Milwaukee Brewers and that rotation. But the reality is that we know what Wade Miley has been over the course of his career. A guy that normally sits around the ERA around 4. And the bigger story here is that the Cincinnati Reds, it's been a fun team to watch. They've been entertaining yesterday. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz, the talk of baseball yesterday after stealing 3 bases, in the span of a minute and a half. And now, we've got to carry that over here. And, the Reds have just been one of the best teams in baseball in the last couple of weeks against left-handed pitching, which doesn't bode well for Miley here. Top 5 in team OPS, isolated power. I think this is going to be a spot where the Reds drum up some offense off of Miley. If it does end up being a bullpen game, the Reds bullpen has been in the top half of baseball and bullpen ERA in the last couple of weeks. So I just think this is a spot where the Reds enter the All-Star break on a high note. I haven't been all that high on the Milwaukee Brewers this season, so I'm taking the Cincinnati Reds in this one.
Cincinnati Reds today, man. I ain't mad at you, man. Eli De La Cruz is injecting some serious fun into baseball that we haven't seen in a long time, man. Speaking, let's go through the thought process of that pitcher yesterday. He steals second. He steals third. What's going through your mind then? Like, you would think your radar is, I can't let this guy even get an inch off the bag. We got to hold him at third. We got to do something. He was taking his poor sweet time, and Ellie saw it, took advantage of it, and stole home. Man, he is a lot of fun to watch. And the Reds announcer, I love hearing him announce the game. He's excellent on just about every call. I'm loving the Reds baseball right now.
I think there's a bunch of different ways that you could look at that. You could look at it like Ellie De La Cruz and just how talented this guy is. The ability to basically, his version of a jump, he's already halfway to second base by the time you even realize he's taking the lead off of first. And then you never really assume that a guy is going to, how often have we seen players
steal home?
No, not just steal home, but just steal second and then steal third right after.
Right.
Like you don't think of it. You think you steal one base, you think you're going to be a little bit more cautious. De La Cruz doesn't care. He knows he's fast. He's said in post game interviews. Okay. He's like, I'm the fastest man in the world. Don't know if that's the case, right. But you got to admire the confidence though, and right. He did it, and he knew what was going to happen once he got to third. It was almost like he didn't even he just was like, okay, you know what, we're going in 3, 2, 1.
Right.
And again, if you're a pitcher,
I probably watched that clip probably 30 times. From every different angle. I was just trying to see what the pitcher had going on. Come on, man.
And now here's the thing. If you're Ellie De La Cruz, now you got to understand that the book is out on you.
Yeah.
So people, pitchers are going to be watching this now. Now, yes, that was a crash course in what not to do with Ellie De La Cruz on the base pass. But again, you live and you learn, and it's a moment that's going to be replayed for years and years and years. I can tell you, I've already got one of those City Connects Ellie De La Cruz jerseys in a shopping cart right now.
I got one in my shopping cart as well. Black one with the Cincy. Yeah, I got that one sitting in the cart as well.
I don't get what the hate is for those Cincinnati City Connect jerseys. People
I like them a lot.
They're too plain. There's nothing to them.
I like that. I like that the way the color bounces off. Is it a black or a charcoal gray?
I think either way.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's not like those, and I don't care. Anybody can fight me on this. Those the Milwaukee Brewers. Ironically enough, the Milwaukee Brewers City Connect jerseys, the blue with that weird font, the weird yellow fonts of brew. No, burn those.
Yeah. I like that they're switching up the jerseys this year. My Rangers City Connect, I like those a lot too. So
yeah, of course.
Good season of baseball, man. Enjoying the action. Trying to make some money per usual. I know you are as well. I know you got some plays for sale today. What you got for the people?
Yes, sir. That I do. I got my pickoff play. Hit it yesterday. Hoping to get it again here. Finish the All-Star. Finish the first half of the season. Head into the All-Star break strong. Also got that as part of a 5-pack. But, just got that Christmas in July coming up. That's going to be the best time to take advantage of those long-term passes, whether it's just me or someone else, part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. Tons of value over pick dogs, but let's make some money let's finish strong and head into the second break with a nice bankroll. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Roof, thank you for joining me today, man. and I will see you throughout the week.
Thanks so much, Jay. Appreciate it. Well, yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy Ruffalo, man, joining me today. Just first of a great all-star cast I have with me today. I'm kind of dreading this next conversation I have up next, man. My guy David. You got me yesterday, man. Damn Tigers, man. I did not see that happen. And a no-hitter? Where'd that come from?
I don't know how you missed this. That it was the writing was on the wall. You knew that was going to happen from the start. What's funny is that they interviewed the pitcher, and he said when he got taken out, he didn't even know he had a no hitter. Which I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah.
But there was some boos raining down in Blue Jays fans at the game, and he just thought they were because he thought the Blue Jays fans were on him. It's kind of a crazy story.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll take it here in Detroit. A whole lot of things to celebrate over the years. So we will definitely take the combined no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, them Detroit sports, I think y'all are on the up and up as a collective. The Tigers,
slowly.
Tigers, they're okay. They're still in a dogfight in that division. It's not over yet. They're still in the dogfight. The Lions, I think they're gonna win their division this year. Don't quote me, but
I'm going. Let me write that down. No, the Lions are people are more excited about the Lions than they have been in my entire lifetime.
Yeah.
And I was early '90s, and I've seen nothing but losses really from them. So I'm excited. I hope they can just live up to maybe not the full expectation, but just some of it. Give us something like last year. Them top spot was pretty, considering we're normally battling out for Drake status.
Yep. So I think the Lions will have a good season, and then the Pistons. I like y'all's young core. I got them today in the summer league. I think they're gonna beat the Rockets today in the summer league, and I kind of like the young talent they're assembling over there. And I think maybe I give them probably 2-3 more years before I think they could be a legitimate team over there in their conference.
Yeah, and they look good yesterday. They got a win yesterday against Orlando. Yeah. And they've. It's funny. I know we talked about it yesterday with Wayne. How their summer league was like their same roster they were playing the season with.
Yep.
Well, that certainly helps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you're cooking up some baseball for us today. What you looking at?
Yes, sir. I'm the Rays and the Braves today.
Battle of two first place teams.
Yeah, two teams trending in their directions. That's for sure. Atlanta's been red hot. Best team in baseball over the last month, maybe just under, but they won 12, 13 games. And they're killing it right now. And their pitching staff is lights out. They have held their opponents to three runs or in 9 of their last 11 games. And they have another great pitcher going today. They have Chris Elder, who's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in straight starts. So they've been dominating. Tampa Bay, they've lost 7 games. I mean, they started the season so and they're coming back to earth a little bit. They've lost 7 and they are not hitting the ball right now. They've scored 3 runs fewer in 7 of their last 10 games. So they really need to get the bats going. But I don't know if today is going to be the day. Elder. And the Rays have Zach on the mound. He's been decent this year. He's had a couple of stinkers, but he's allowed 2 runs. Exactly 2 earned runs of his last 4 starts. Pens are top 10 in ERA and top 7 in WHIP. So I like the under 8.5, 8, whatever number it's at. It's bouncing around right now. But either one, I like the under. I think we see another game here, and then there's 2 points to the under in few interleague games. So I like the under 8 or 8 whatever number you come across. But I like the
I can definitely see an under in today's game. 2 great teams, 2 solid pitchers. It's been a competitive series. I think 2 good teams.
It always worries me though with the Braves taking an under can explode, and the Rays too. They can explode anytime for like 10.
I know.
Last night's game, they scored 4th, and then they scored another two or 3 in the 9th. But then they just missed 2-run homer. They almost pushed the over, themselves. They can explode at any time. I think the pitching duel continue. Rays bad, and the Rays started so great offensively, and
Yeah.
the last man, they are really struggling.
Yep. They kind of cooled off in the month of June and then kind of into July.
And Baltimore's right on their heels, throwing this back. It'll be crazy. They, like I said, started so hot, and now here we are, and probably going to get past if they keep this, if they keep this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you got some plays for sale over at pigdogs.com today. What you got for the people over?
Yes, sir. Had a small winning day yesterday. I have another MLB fact going on today, and then I have a couple clusters of packages, depending on what time the game start. So the 5-pack, or you can look at some individual game packages. But head on over there, join for the day, or if you're looking for more value, choose long-term packages because that's where you'll get more buck. Or check out the 2-for-1 capper special. Whatever you do, just head on over to PickDog and either join me or join one of these other guys. Everyone's doing pretty good over at PickDogs. Never really a bad day.
Facts. So hop on one of the guys or hop on with David, pair him up 2-for-1 capper special, and I promise you he'll have you for the rest of baseball season into football. David,
yes, sir.
Thank you for joining me.
My Michigan Wolverines. I know. I hate to hear this. My Michigan Wolverines are looking good this year. Wait, can't wait.
Can't wait. It's on the horizon as well. It's all finna be here before we know it, and I can't wait.
I know. Thank goodness, because these dogs, summer it's just baseball. Get kind of boring for us.
I agree. I love baseball. I really fell in love with the game this year, but still love my hoops. Still love my football, man.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for joining me today, David, and hopefully I talk to you throughout the week, and then I'll see you next weekend.
Yes, sir. Have a good one. Good luck.
Yes, sir. I got David Racy with me today on the morning show. Next up, missed my guy yesterday, but he's back with me today. I call him the GOAT every time I see him. Finna talk some Summer League basketball. Y'all know that's right up my alley. Big Al McMorty. What's up, my man?
Oh, how's it going, Jay?
It's going good. It's going good. I've been paying a lot of attention to the Summer League. I texted you the other day. So you weren't here yesterday to hear all the bad mouthing that was going on behind the scenes of Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, well, look, before I get to that, I wanted to bad mouth Adam Silver. Did you see the news out of the NBA yesterday about the in-season tournament?
I love the in-season tournament.
Oh my God! Of course you would. You're, 18 years old. What? Why?
Here's why. Because too many times during the stretch of the regular season, people just check out. Nobody cares. The NBA has a problem of the regular season not mattering. So a lot of times during that part of the season, a lot of people are not just necessarily tuned in. Now you have to be tuned in.
Do you?
Yeah, because these games are going to mean something. The players, there's not going to be a random Tuesday where this is just you're playing somebody for no damn reason,
Yeah, but it's just, for most of the teams, it's just like a handful of games anyway. I mean, what is it? It's 4 games or what? I mean, so it's still no big deal. If a team loses its first 2 games, they're going to tune out because now they can't get into the, if you go 0-2 to start, you're not going to get into the knockout round anyway. So, I mean, I just don't think it's going to solve those problems at all. And I just think it's dumb. So.
The reason I love playoff basketball so much is you can see the intensity.
Correct.
Step up. You can see it. You can feel it. And I think we'll see it and feel it in some of these games. The fact of.
But let me. Okay, I hear that. I'm going to play devil's advocate though. Okay. What happens if you do see that? And then what happens if you then see, on December 10th, when it's no longer the group stage or whatever, you see them go back to normal? Is that going to then have a problem for the NBA when everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, look how hard you guys played on Tuesday, and now on this game you're not playing. I mean, it's kind of a risky move, I think.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see both sides. I do. But I think more fun in the league. I think more games that matter and more games where like I don't know how to really explain it. Like the end of the All-Star game is fun now because they're going to a set point and like a shot has to be made to hit that. And I feel like we're gonna get that with these games. So like we're 2 minutes left, tie ball game. That's when NBA is at its best. And I think we'll see these teams really try to get it. Now, I feel your point when the teams are out. It's still a regular season game. It's still gonna count towards your record. I think just 1 year around, I think we've got to see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try to remain open to it, but they're trying to copy the European leagues, but those leagues are so different the way they're constituted. I mean, they don't have postseason tournaments anyway.
Yeah.
And also in those leagues, they're playing, champions from other leagues. Here, it's just a closed circuit where you're just playing the same teams anyway. So, they're trying to be like, European football, and it's two different sports to begin with, so in 2 different seasons. I don't know. I don't get it.
I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited for it. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. Oh well. Now get back to the Wemby. Yeah. Look, he was underwhelming in Game 1. He deserves. I would only say this. I mean, whether it's he or Brandon Miller or whoever who was underwhelming. I mean, they're kids. Tim Duncan was terrible in the summer league. I mean, it just, come on.
I think the biggest problem with Victor is that his hype is so big. They were saying LeBron James. You can't compare the guy to the greatest player of all time. And this is my stance on Victor and the Spurs. I think he's going to have a great rookie season. I think he wins Rookie of the Year, and I think he's going to get the Spurs in the 10th seed in the play-in tournament. I think that's what happens. Now, am I crazy? Maybe.
I hope they suck again. I don't
think they will. And then we saw Greg Pop yesterday come back for 5 more. Yeah. He's on board.
I just think what you'll see as the Spurs go forward, as Wemby goes forward, you'll see a big learning curve, and they'll put him in a position to succeed. They'll create plays for him to, take advantage of his skills, and so he won't do what he was doing on Friday, where he's like getting the ball stripped from him and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they didn't set him up in position to be great.
Right,
I mean, he's playing with guys who don't know his skill set. He's
everything was on the fly. Nothing was organized. So, who knows what maybe they've worked on some stuff, yesterday, and today will be a much different story because they'll
I think year 1, the biggest thing for him, and where we're going to see him excel a lot, is defensively. He had 5 blocks game 1.
He was, yeah. I mean, exactly. He's the one block on Brandon Miller, who's got as quick a release as you're going to, was unbelievable. I mean, he was, 5 feet away from him or something, and he still blocked the guy. Brandon Miller thinks he's got a wide open shot, and he didn't.
Yeah, so I'm not selling my Wemby stock. 1 game won't sway me, man. He'll be just fine. I am a little worried about all the hype, man. The LeBron hype is a little crazy. I said that from the jump, but I still think he'll be a great player.
I think he needs to put on some weight.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. I saw somebody say he got deer legs.
Yeah. He needs to put on some weight, but they'll figure it out how to best take advantage of his skills.
I think so too.
So let's
today.
Yeah, so you got the Spurs and the Trailblazers are going to meet in Las Vegas today. It's at 8 p.m. It's going to be televised on ESPN2. It's kind of a disappointment because Scoot Henderson was supposed to, go up against Wemby today, but Scoot got injured in Portland's 100-99 loss on Friday, so he's going to skip today's game. The other thing that didn't go well for Portland in that game, besides the crazy 3-point shot that beat them at the end of the game, is that they lost Keon Johnson to injury. So that's 2 guards they've lost. And I like San Antonio, on the 2 drive-through shows. I gave out the Spurs over the Lakers. I gave out the Spurs over Charlotte. Going to keep coming back with the Spurs. They've played 3 summer league games so far, 2 in Sacramento, 1 in Las Vegas, so 3-0 straight up and against the spread. The leader has been Julian Champagne. He's been looking amazing, averaging 26 points per game in the 3 wins. In the last game, he had 20 points. He had 8 rebounds, 6 assists. The Spurs only got 76, so he got 20 out of our 76 points. And I just think Wemby's going to play better. So, you take away the 2 guards for Portland, you have a Spurs are pretty much clicking on all cylinders outside of Wemby right now. And the line opened up at Pick'em here. It then moved to -2. I'll take the Spurs -2.
I'm laying that too as well. I just uploaded my video today for all the folks covering Summer League. And I had the Spurs day 1, and I got them again today. The Blazers, I watched that game against the Rockets, man. They gave away that game. They had that game.
What the hell were they doing? Like with 4 seconds left, shooting the ball. I mean,
they had that game. Gave it away. And then I like your points. The same thing I said. No Scoot. I think they're going to struggle. And this Spurs team is way more than just Victor Wembanyama.
This Victor Wembanyama hurt them.
Exactly.
He was 2 for 13. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, it's so. I think he'll no doubt be better. And yeah, you're gonna have Barlow and Champagne and Blake Wesley annoys me, but it's they'll get the win and cover.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you on them San Antonio Spurs today. I took them in the video, so see if they get it done for us today. I'm enjoying the summer league. It's a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be dropping videos on it throughout the week. So while baseball leaves us, we still got some summer league hoops.
Yeah.
I've
got over at Pick Dogs Premium today, I've got the 1 baseball play going for my 5th baseball winner in a row. Yesterday had the New York Yankees, and I look to close out the first half of the baseball season with a 5th straight winner. I think I'm 41-21 in my last 62 MLB. No, that's 41-21 across all sports. So 1 play today, and then I'll be back in action on Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Al, man. Thank you for joining me
Thanks,
today.
Jay.
And hopefully I'll see you soon. And, we'll talk throughout the week.
Yeah. Adios.
Adios. Big Al McMorty joining me today. Had a lot of fun talking some summer league hoops, some Spurs basketball. Y'all know I love my hoops. Got a huge lineup today, man. I had to kind of speed it up. No, I'm playing, man. Y'all know I like to get all the information I can out of all these guys. That's what we're here to do, man. That's what we're here to do. Next up, bring in boss man. Money man Mitch. What's happening?
Nothing much. Just getting ready for the All-Star break. I was, planning on what I was going to do. And then it's like I always have about 100 work things that I end up doing anyway, no matter where I'm at and what I'm doing. So I'm pretty excited about the break, and I'm pretty excited for the post-break. And, part of what I'm going to do during the break is plan for post-break and also, try out a few things as well. So I know Jay and I will be doing football post-break. I'm not sure if we're starting Thursday. That's when I would like to start, Thursday afternoon. Some of it's going to be recorded. Some of it's going to be live. We'll just mix it in as we go. I think, at first we'll just start with half hour edited stuff that we can kind of just get it going. And then we'll just go from there. We'll see what's going to happen. I would like to do more live, but I think the live shows, I just want to do a couple pick shows. And then the other stuff I'd rather have like edited and, graphics and all sorts of stuff like that. I just think it's a better show that way. And that's what we'll do. And then, of course, we're going to do regular videos. I'm going to start doing some team preview videos. I do those just to kind of get my own homework done, kind of on each team and see where we're at. And, like most people, I start with the Atlanta Falcons. I end with the Washington Commanders. I don't do anything creative like ranking them. My 30th, maybe I should do it that way. my 32nd ranked team this year is.
Yeah,
You know.
that could be a video idea for us as
Oh
well.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
the thing is, I'll preview them individually. If you want to do some of them individually, you can do that too. We could talk about it after the show. So this is how it all works. But
Yep.
you know, you could do some, and I could do some, and we could each edit our own, and then put those out there, and then come together on videos and do. I've we have a lot to talk about in NFL.
Yep.
There's been a lot of off-season activity. There's been a lot of off-season inactivity for teams that didn't want to. Like, for instance, the Jets got Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be the best set of receivers he's ever had to work with, so he's got no excuses. But is he better with lesser receivers? Is that more his thing? And the Dolphins, who could have really used an Aaron Rodgers, what are they going to do? Because when Tua was healthy, they were winners. I mean, they won everything.
That's the question I have for Miami. Will Tua stay healthy, and will he take that next step? Because if he does, then watch out. Miami will be.
When he was healthy, they won. And in the playoffs, they lost to the Bills. I mean, they had the ball. They were moving with it. They got a penalty. They couldn't get the snap off, but they had their third string quarterback in there, the whole game. And that's how close they were. They went into Buffalo on that Monday night where Buffalo got that, sub 20 below temperature and snow and everything that they wanted. They barely beat the Dolphins, and the Dolphins beat them in the first game in Miami. So I think, it's going to be a competitive season. And I think we're going to see some things, usually about half the teams that make the playoffs don't make it the next year. So, we'll see if that's going to be the case again this year. So there's a lot of football to talk about. And of course, before you know it, the season will be here. So I'm excited about it. And Jay and I will be covering a ton of it and going forward. And of course, for right now, we'll write out the rest of the baseball season like we always do. But it always seems to me that when NFL and college football roll around, people forget about the baseball games on the weekends. It's like Saturday and Sunday games. They're just kind of like, and after that, even playoff games, if they're during the day, they kind of just get wiped through by the NFL, especially. College football mixed. But, that's just the way it is. And that's why they don't go up against the NBA, because the NBA just wipes the floor with them too.
Yep. I can't wait for football. I can't wait to do our weekly show as well with me, you, and Big Al. I missed that show, man. Becoming a smarter, better, and going at it with some of the two greats in the business. I can't wait to try to identify some of my teams. We were on the Falcons earlier in the year last year. What did I call them? The best trash team in the league.
Yep. And they covered everything in sight. And then all of a sudden, the wheels fell off. And that's, the books adjust. I mean, that's really what that all comes down to.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. And we have, this last year, we kind of just got started with it. And every year we kind of just make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, people forget our YouTube channel is less than 3 years old. And, we had the pandemic in there as well. So we originally, when we first started, we concentrated on the live shows and we had thousands of visitors, like watching our live shows. Then we kind of took our foot off the gas on the live shows and, really concentrated on a recorded video. And I think this year, we're going to go back to doing a little bit more of both. So I apologize if we've got a little sloppy and a little lazy on some of our live shows. I can admit that some of these shows weren't as good as we wanted them to be. And I'm not saying we didn't think they were important and we didn't care. I'm just saying they weren't the primary focus because so many more people watched our recorded video that's where we concentrated, like Jay's jam session and Ron's rundown and even my 7 free picks get more views than our live show, but it wasn't always the case. So we're going to go back to doing what we did. You guys see on the weekday shows, I'm running graphics on those shows, just kind of testing it out, dipping my toe in the water. I mean, that's just, the first couple of days. It wasn't even a full week's worth, right? I mean, we did for 3 days and, they already had improved by the end of the week, and we'll start adding the graphics to this show. We can use the same program that we used for the weekday show on this show and, bring guys in and all that sort of stuff. So I'm excited to do that. And I'm telling you, it's going to be next level this year at Pick Dogs. And, if it wasn't for that pandemic, I wrote that on Twitter. I think if it wasn't for the pandemic, we would be, 150 million, views right now. But doesn't matter. We'll get them.
Yes, sir. Yes, we will. We got last day of baseball for the All-Star break.
Yeah, I didn't put my pick in the comments, but it looks like the game I was going to talk about, David talked about. So I'll just skip to the game. I'll just go back to the game that I loved yesterday, and that was the Tigers against the Jays. And I'm going to take Tigers once again. I mean, they no-hit the Jays yesterday. I see Kevin Gausman. I bet the other side. Everybody knows that. I've been doing that for a very long time. And, I don't always think that he's a fade right out of the gate, but we saw yesterday that as to why he actually got off the hook in the first inning, just allowing those 2 runs. He was in much deeper trouble than that. But, it wasn't really a matter of Gausman in that game and giving up the 2 runs. I mean, if you score 0, you're not going to win any baseball games. It's just the way that it works. And I think the Jays will get on the board today, but Tarek Skubal, today's starter, the only time we've seen him this season, he gave up no hits also. So it's going to be interesting to see. Something's got to give. Either the Jays have to get a hit and Skubal's got to give up a hit, or we're going to see back-to-back no-hitters. I don't think that's going to happen either. But Chris Bassett hasn't been on top of his game either. I think when we look at this, I'm not an odds watcher. We leave that for Brian Bittler to say, they're begging you to take it. The squares are all over and the public's all over. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't believe that there's such a thing as a square side and a public side. I only believe that there's square numbers and public numbers. And I know that to be the case, that the books, they don't even really care about that stuff. They only care about the number. And the more I learn about it, each week with Dave Miller and Micah, the more I really understand it even better, even at this point in my sports betting. So you can teach an old guy new tricks. But I think what we're seeing here is that we're seeing a Tigers team all the way down to plus 110 against a Blue Jays team that is 10 wins better than them in the win column and significantly better in the loss column, 8 to the better in the loss column as well. And the Tigers just 5-5 at home at 5-5 in their last 10 and 20-24 at home. So they're not actually a hideous home team, but the Jays 26-23 on the road with Bassett. I still think that I like the Tigers again. I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on the Jays. They're going to be mad. They're going to be ready. They're going to be mad they got no hit. I'll tell you who's going to be mad. And I know this game's already going to be covered by Rod, but I'll tell you who's going to be mad is the Brewers. They're the ones that are going to be mad. They're so sick of watching that De La Cruz highlight, man. They're about ready to kill somebody. I'll tell you that much. I know the feeling because it's like I have my video, like when I gave out the Rockies against the Angels a couple weeks ago and they lost 25-1. I'm mad. I want to get out there tomorrow and get my next video up and rolling, right? And it's like, I know the Brewers, man, they see that De La Cruz running around the bases. Trust me on this, man. They ain't going to want to let him on base ever again. They never, it's like, it's nothing worse than being on the wrong side of the poster, man. There's nothing worse than that because they're going to show that forever.
Yep.
Right. They're going to show that forever. That's one of those highlights, we'll probably never see that again, and it's like, it was one of those, it's basically, you're the Swen Nader, of the Jordan poster, or just, well, it wouldn't be Swen Nader. He was probably after Swen Nader's probably before Jordan's time, but you guys know what I mean. It's like, there are certain guys that are just always on the other end of the poster.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be that team. And that's how you get mad. So anyways, I'm going to take the Tigers in this one. I just think that they're, home Sunday afternoon, beautiful Detroit. It's kind of, home of the original Club Med. Everyone loves Club Med in Detroit. It's luxury, lakeside.
Yeah.
It's where I vacation, I either go to the Maldives or Detroit. That's what it's always one or the other.
I need to see some pictures of Mitch in Detroit vacationing.
I've been in Detroit, man, a bunch of times. What you don't want to do is be stuck in Detroit where in the areas that you didn't intend on stopping. That's what you don't want to do in Detroit.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's like the rest of Detroit. There's actually some nice areas of Detroit and that whole Michigan area.
I believe it. Mitch, on them Detroit Tigers today, I ain't mad at it, man. After that performance yesterday, the Blue Jays. Sometimes you just put in a play and then you just.
There wasn't a lot here to pick from because we have a lot of people on the show and a lot of the games are already picked. So I was going to give out the Rays. That game, David had already talked about that game. I was going to give out the Rays against the Braves.
Solid.
Detroit. I like Detroit. I love Detroit. Don't get me wrong. I love Detroit. It's just there are certain things about Detroit that get me.
What you got for sale today? We're Big Dogs.
I think Big Al's from Detroit. No, he's from Pittsburgh. He went to Michigan though. I got just my $15 play, but if you have my longer term packages, I've got a ton of plays today. So these are the big ones for us. We head into the All-Star break, and you guys won't get any more picks from me for the rest of the week. So don't buy, a weekly package or anything like that. But we'll have our Christmas in July when we get back as well. And we'll have plenty of opportunities for people to jump on our yearly packages, to renew your yearly packages from last year's Christmas in July as well. So I'm excited about it. I just don't know how to, I'm working on the pricing for it because we have the discount coupon that we did not run last year. So I don't want, I think that the packages, when we cut them, the pricing, it's fair enough. It's like they're already deep discount. We can't go to, we're not going to go pennies on the dollar like some of the other sites do. We're just not going to do it. We can't. It's not what we're about. Our guys are worth more than that. My guys are worth more than $50 for 3 weeks, like some of these other guys do. Something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Christmas in July on the horizon. Week off.
Football on the horizon. Christmas in July on the horizon. And Eric Pathy on the horizon on this show.
Mr. Don Club.
And Ron Romanelli, Rod Zawacki.
I still got an all-star cast to go, man.
I know. There's still a really good group.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear. I didn't get a chance to watch it last night, but I know Showtime had episode 1 of the Showdown, so I taped it. I'm gonna watch it on the iPad.
Okay.
For Spence and Crawford.
I need to watch
Crawford's like swearing up and down he's gonna win.
No.
I saw that part of it. Spence said the same thing. I'm gonna kill him. So it's like these guys. It's nice. I like it when they kind of don't like each other.
Me too.
So, all right.
Fight. Well, thank you for joining me today. We'll see you throughout the week. Hopefully, I'll talk to you and
we'll get it.
We'll get it.
Thanks, everyone.
Money Man Mitch joining me today. Like we said, man, I still got an all-star cast up next, man. I ain't lying. I still got a lot of guys. Next up, I'll go to Ron, then Eric, then Rod, and I'll end with Wayne. So that's how I'll do it, just to update the guys in the back. So bring up the king of YouTube himself, Mr. Romanelli. What's up, my guy?
Hey, Jay. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. Enjoying the baseball action, enjoying summer league action. Just loving the sports going on right now. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm ready for the All-Star break. I've been ready for a little while, but I'm going to enjoy those now. Last year I think we only got 3 days off, but this year we get 4. And I saw some people in the comments of the rundown saying, "Are you going to do home run derby videos?" And no chance. Maybe I'll tweet something out, but I'm gonna rest. Somebody also said you look really tired, and I said, maybe I am, but I'm excited for the All-Star break. But we got a really good card of baseball today. I'm really liking today's card, premium pick wise and the rundown wise, and they're going to have a big day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe you. And hey, if anybody gets what you're going through with, the daily of covering an entire sport daily and being, judged on it daily, I'm with you.
Yeah, we could use a break here and there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this week shall be fun. I'll be dropping some videos during summer league, but it's not.
I've been enjoying those. I've been watching those.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
So trying to keep it going. Last day up though. You said you loving today's card. What you got for us, free pick wise?
Yeah, I'm looking at a total here. Cardinals, White Sox. We see a pretty steep total, even though you got Giolito on the mound. And I think there's a few reasons to explain that. Steven Matz, he had struggled in the starting pitching role when he was in the rotation. They moved him to the bullpen. The Cardinals did. And he did a little bit better out of the bullpen, had some, bad outings, but still has an ERA above 5. He's still 0-7 on the season, an ERA above 7 on the road. He's back in the starting pitching role here. I don't really love his chances. I mean, the White Sox last year and the years prior, the last couple of years prior, were really good against lefties. This year, not so much, but I still think, they got a lot of righties in that lineup. I think they can do some damage against Steve Matz early in this game. This Cardinals bullpen, as we've seen in the last few games, especially in that Marlins series, blew some big leads. They blew some opportunities. Cardinals bullpen overall this year has not been great. In the last 30 days, a 6.13 ERA. So I think Chicago will be able to score 6+ runs in this game. I think Cardinals can back him up a little bit too. Lucas Giolito has been really good at guaranteed rate field, but his last start wasn't the best in terms of his control against the Blue Jays. Only had 4 strikeouts in 6 innings. The Cardinals, although they've been a big disappointment this year, I will give them credit. They've hit righties very well, in the last 2 months or so. In the last 30 days, they're top 5 in baseball in OPS against righties, top 15 in isolated power. So I think they can chip in some runs against Giolito. And we know the White Sox bullpen has also not been great this season. So they made some improvements here and there, but still an ERA of 4.6 in the bullpen in the last month. Give me the over here in St. Louis, Chicago.
I'm looking at it right now. I like this over. I'm looking at the last 4 games for Mats. He hasn't gone deep into games, but the scores in the games have been high. 8 against San Fran, 9 against Chicago, 14-0 Houston, 10-9 against the Money Marlins. I could definitely see some runs being scored. Lucas Giolito, he's not one of my guys. He's been okay recently, but I could see the Cardinals chipping in a few runs as well. Yeah. So I like this over with you. Think we can see some runs today.
Mm-hmm.
What you got for sale over at pickdogs.com?
Yeah, I've got my $19 rundown best bet. Really liking that play, but I also got a 3-pack that have 3 different plays. So you can get my rundown best bet individually, and then that 3-pack with my barking dog winner, moneyline slammer, and my afternoon winner. Really like all 4 of those plays. So you can check that out at the premium website. But having a pretty good month, pretty good start to the month of July in baseball. June wasn't the best, but good start to July. So hopefully we have a big day today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ron the Don. Before I let you go, man, 2nd, 3rd, and home stealing.
Man. Oh, it's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see some of the players that I grew up watching, retire and get out of the league. And these are the future guys like Corbin Carroll, De La Cruz, J-Rod. This is the new generation of stars in baseball that we're going to watch for the next 15, 20 years. And, it's unbelievable. De La Cruz is just so much fun to watch. And I'm excited to see, what his future is going to tell. I mean, he's got power. He's got obviously blazing speed. He's got a great arm. He's got to control the glove a little bit, but I mean, man, he looks like he could be the real deal. And, I don't want to call him a Hall of Famer right now, but he's got the talent to do so. That's for sure.
I'm with you. And he has Cincinnati Reds playing some extremely fun baseball.
Yeah.
It's almost must-watch baseball right now.
Yeah, it is, and I'd love to see them get in the playoffs because, seeing a guy like that is electric.
Yep. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Reds and De La Cruz and overall in baseball right now. So just wanted to get your thoughts on that, man. Ron, enjoy your week off, man. Well deserved. And we'll see you soon, man. Back with the rundown soon.
Yep. I'll see you guys on Thursday night for Friday's games.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining me, my guy.
Good luck, everybody.
Ron the Don, man, joining me, the king of YouTube, as I call him every time I see him. Just dominates the numbers, man. Nothing like him. Next up, Mr. Dom Club. I see him. He's on the road, man. He looks like he's cycling, man. You getting a workout in today or what?
I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, I am a cyclist.
Yep.
You see my gear every day when I'm doing my videos. Everybody says, "Why is the guy wearing spandex?" It's not a fashion statement. And for all you old guys out there, I'm 50 and I'm 30 miles into this 100-mile training ride. So you can do it. It's never too late. My son is autistic, as I've said in one of my other videos. He's 18 years old. So I do a bike ride for charity. It's a organization called biketothebeach.org. And I do that July 28th. It's a 120-mile ride from Baltimore, Maryland to Delaware. And it's to raise charity for people that aren't like me, that can take care of a child that's going to live at home with them probably through pretty much of his adult life. So this is very near and dear to me. And, I don't know, like I said, a lot of guys that are in the sports betting business that I've been doing business with for the last 35 years, let's be honest. You see a lot of these guys are sitting in front of the TV. They're not working out. They're betting on sports. They like sports, but they're not athletic themselves. I was that guy. 10 years ago at 40, I weighed 220 pounds, couldn't waddle my way out the front door. And then it was like, you got to make changes. So I think, you love sports, you bet on sports. Everybody saw Mitch had that accident rollerblading. He's athletic. Thank God he was wearing his helmet. And, my 4-day off day recommendation would be, if you can't bet on sports, do some kind of sports. That would, regardless of how old you are, regardless of what your shape is, it's never too late. Like I said, I'm 50, and I'm riding with 25-year-old guys, and I'm keeping up with them. So, but back to what you guys were talking about with the day off. You know what this is?
What is it?
See that? This is every league that's playing soccer for the next 4 days. Okay. As a syndicate provider, we're agnostic. So we won't do videos. I won't be updating. But you got MLS. You have in Australia and New Zealand, Women's World Cup in soccer. You have soccer all around the world. So again, I understand from a business point of view, the main key pillars of betting: baseball, football, basketball, hockey. But for the 4 months that there was no sports, which was from March 11th, 2020 to July 26th, 2020, those dates will be burned into my brain in infamy during the pandemic. I was at the office every single day giving out soccer and Korean baseball and Taiwan baseball and waking up and checking scores at 5 a.m. It is truly a global enterprise. And for people, like I said, that are watching this on the pro level that want to take advantage of like the Dime Club, you can reach out to me throughout this next 4 days. I'm available. My groups are always looking. We have guys in Europe. All they do is soccer, tennis. So I just did. There is this. I understand as a traditional North American handicapper, there's a break, but in the professional betting circles, as you heard Mitch was talking about, David Miller and Micah Smith and myself, there's no break. If you have an edge and you have a number, you're going to make a bet regardless of what it is. I want to ask you a question since you do the summer league.
Yes, sir.
So I know I tapped into a couple of my betting syndicate groups, and they said they weren't doing it because they couldn't get the volume down, the bet size down.
Correct.
So is it very limited in terms of the amount of money that you can get down? Because in my world, the only thing that matters is how much you can bet on a game.
Yes, so it depends, where you're trying to bet. Some people they have a limit, some they don't. So it's summer league. It's kind of new, so sometimes the lines, they're kind of it's different than most other sports. It's so yeah. Sometimes you can't get quite the amount of volume down, but sometimes you can. So it's kind of just a day to day. You got to be watching it.
So you consider yourself a line maker? You can make a good line on a game?
I think I could, yeah.
What's the line I'm going to make it home and not get wet? Look at this.
Minus, you said not get wet?
Not get wet.
Minus 500.
I was going to say about minus 700. Exactly. So, like I said, again, it's been a pleasure coming on board with you guys since April. I love the camaraderie and the realness of it. Like I said, I've been to myself for the last 35 years, more boutique-y. I love looking at the different handicapping styles that everybody has. And again, as Mitch has said several times, this is not for everybody. The Dime Club is certainly not for everybody. It's for a unique clientele that is looking for a different way to wager on games, and it runs in opposition of what you guys actually do on a daily basis. I talk to a lot of guys on a daily basis that reach out and they love betting parlays. And I hear all the stories. I took $50, I turned it into 20,000. Never made a withdrawal. Took the 20,000, tried to run it up to 100,000, went back down on 20.
Yep.
And in my world, if I make a parlay, it's for fun, but it's not the key component of what we're actually doing. You know what I mean?
Same.
And like we had Detroit yesterday, and again, people say, "Well, imagine if you would have parlayed Detroit with Washington." Well, yeah. So what? If I would have, who cares?
Last week I asked you about Kevin Gausman and the Toronto Blue Jays, and they burnt me last week. And guess what? I was on them again yesterday and got my ass burnt.
Now, is that just because you want to go against Mitch?
Nah.
Me and Mitch,
we do have times like that, but nah, yesterday wasn't that. The Blue Jays were playing extremely well. Gausman, one of my guys, the Tigers weren't hitting well. I didn't see the no-hit.
Well, you mentioned Cincinnati, going into the All-Star break on the video that I did this morning, Cincinnati's the most profitable team in baseball, followed by the Baltimore Orioles. what's interesting was I've been saying this for 30 years, which is the only teams that are profitable, the ones that can be about 50% as an underdog and are 50% a lot of the times. You know what Cincinnati's record is as an underdog? 32-32. That is why they're up so much money, more than the Baltimore Orioles, because they have been an underdog more than the Orioles are the number one team in baseball as a favorite. They're 26-17, I believe. But to be 32-32 just means that, you know, like yesterday in the Dime Club, we went 2-2 and made 1,600.
Yep.
You know, we won Detroit, we won Washington, we lost the Cubs, and we lost Colorado. So 2-2, make money. And if you can go 1-1 every day picking dogs,
You're on profit.
you're not going to be at the top of the leaderboard as a handicapper on pick dogs because your record's going to be 50%, but you're going to have a lot of units.
Yep.
It's a different strategy. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but I'm really enjoying the clientele that have been reaching out, the people that have come on board. And, you know, look, to be honest with you, a lot of these guys tell me that the ones that have subscribed to the Dime Club, and they just keep on buying the daily premium plays of guys like you and Big Al and Mitch. They want it all.
Yep. So, yeah, it's a lot to offer here at Pick Dogs, man.
Now, I will give you my free selection. You want my free selection?
What you got for me?
Sure. They broke their winning streak yesterday. I'm coming back with the Mets to pick it back up with Scherzer at a plus price just because of the value play, not because of anything other than the momentum is an upward momentum. I'm going to take Scherzer, and my line makers made him about minus 30 cents. They're getting 10 cents. So if I can get a plus 10 cents instead of a minus 30 cents, you know, that's 40 cents of value as your complimentary selection. If I make it back in the storm, I'll upload plays on the premium. Otherwise, you guys can send me a text and watch the daily video that I already posted today.
I need to know if I'm going to cash my minus 500 ticket, man. I need to know.
I think you're going to cash the minus 500. And I just look at it like welcome air conditioning on the way home.
Eric, man, I appreciate you joining me today. Let's go Mets for the free complimentary selection. Hit up Mr. Eric Pathy for any Dime Club questions. And I will see you next weekend, my guy.
You got it, man. Have a good 4 days off of rest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir. Right. Eric, Mr. Dime Club there, man. Mr. Cycle. I might start calling him that as well. All right, I got two people up next, man. We're almost done with the show today. A lot of great guys, a lot of great information today, man. I try to squeeze as much as possible out of all of them. I really do, because that's what we're here for. That's what you're here for. So I'm going to bring in Rod, and then I'll end with Wayne. Hot Rod, my guy, man. What's up?
Not too much. Enjoying my Sunday. Took the dogs for a nice walk, and now we're going to watch some baseball action. Let's get some winners to end off the first half of the MLB season.
Yes, sir. Hey, it kind of came and went pretty fast. I'm gonna be honest. Baseball kind of
it did, didn't it? It just seems like yesterday baseball started, and now we're already at the All-Star break. And as I said, a couple of days ago, it won't be long, and next, it'll be Christmas. It'll be like, whoa, look, it's December already.
Right. So
the way we get inundated, everything sneaks up at this time of the season so fast. It's like after this All-Star break, it'll be like, oh, look, there's the Hall of Fame game, and the next you got preseason games going, and then next you're right into it and deep right back in.
Blink is gonna be week 6, and at the NFL season, you trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Football will be here.
College football, NFL, college hoops will kick in, hockey, basketball. It'll all be going.
On the horizon, man. On the horizon. We got some summer league and MLB today. What you looking at?
Green, looking at this MLB game. We're going to go with the Baltimore and the Minnesota Twins here. We're looking. Baltimore won the first 2 games of this series. No problem. And you look at this game here, I think the Twins are going to avoid the sweep here. Joe Ryan on the mound. He's been solid at home this season, where he pitches his best stuff. 5-2 with a 2.73 ERA over 52 innings of work at home. And then even 8 day games, even better, 5-2 with a 2.31 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP in day games is Joe Ryan. So I think he comes in and he shuts down this Baltimore offense here. And then on the other side of the ball, getting the start for the Orioles, it's Kyle Gibson on the mound, and we know what he's done. He's definitely been roughed up this season. 4.73 ERA, 1.36 WHIP. His last 4 games, he's given up 18 runs, 22 hits, 10 walks. I think this Twins team feasts off of Gibson today. Gets up early, and when you throw to the bullpen, the Twins with the better bullpen there. And you look at the Twins following 2 losses in a series. They avoid the sweep. 6-2 are these Minnesota Twins at avoiding the sweep in game number 3 after losing the first 2. So I'm gonna go with the Twins here to win game 3 and avoid getting swept by the Baltimore Orioles this weekend.
Minnesota Twins. They're just a tough team for me to figure out, and quite honestly. And the O's, they're so streaky. They were just on a terrible losing streak. Now they done turn around, won 4 straight. I'm with you. I lean Twins today, but this is a game that I didn't have anything in. I couldn't go either way.
This one just missed the premium. I really think Kyle Gibson puts them behind the 8 ball early, and they just can't recover from it. I think he just gets them in such a deep hole early. I think the Twins tee off. They're going to be mad, as we would say, losing the first 2 games of the series. I think the Twins come out and they're mad, and the bats crush Hendricks or Gibson here, and that just gets too far ahead for these Orioles teams to come up. We know the Orioles like to come back late, but I think it's just too far. They'll be too far ahead. Kyle gets them in too much of a hole here early, and that'll be the demise of the Orioles today as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see it. I could definitely see it. The Twins, like I said a minute ago, they're just a hard team for me to figure out. They're just a 50-50 team. What's the record? 45-45. A 50.
A 500 team.
A 50-50 team, man. So it's just hard for me on a daily basis to look at them and say what they're going to do. Me personally. But I could see today Kyle Gibson struggling and the Twins getting it done. What you got for sale over at Pick Dogs today? Cooking up some baseball?
Definitely cooking up some baseball over at Pick Dogs Frame. Yeah, my $15 bookie bomb. We're at 30 and 14 on that. Crushed it yesterday with the Braves, so I had it over. Scoop that up. Nothing but printing money over there. So scoop that play up. Or it's also included in my 3-pack. Love those 3 plays today to end off the All-Star season. Great. So head on over, scoop up that 3-pack. Let's have a nice winning Sunday to end off the first half of the MLB season. Yes, also, a quick little bonus play I'm going to throw out there for you. CFL.
I was just going to ask.
You were just going to ask? CFL, last game of the week here. BC Lions. We see BC Lions last week. They got beat up a little bit by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but hey, that Winnipeg team is a really good team. What happened was they turned the ball over. You can't turn the ball over. This BC Lions team back at home here after being on the road for a couple of games. This Montreal team. Sure, Montreal's record looks really good, and they look like a great team. This BC Lions team is a much better team. I expect Vernon Adams, who, by the way, used to play for Montreal. That was his old team. He's going to have that in his head, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to beat my old team. I'm coming here, and I'm going to beat them up good. So if you want, you can take the BC Lions team total over. I think it's at 26.5 I see, and I think they easily get into the 30s today against that Montreal defense. And also, if you can get an extended line here on the BC Lions, take it. Take the -9.5. I think they easily win by 10 plus in this one. The line's at -7. I see -7.5 in some books. Lay the points with the Lions. They're that good this season. That defense is lights out. And that offense, yeah, those picks he threw were like right close to the end zone, and some of them are just bad. Gave the Winnipeg Blue Bombers such a short field. When you give a team like 20, 30 yards to get to the end zone, they usually capitalize on it. Not today. Take BC Lions. Bounce back for them. Big at home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rod with the CFL. I'll be paying attention a little more as we've been talking about it over the weekends.
It's good. It gets you it gets that football fix in. You watch some CFL guys run, and it might be a little confusing. They get that single point, right? So when they punt the ball into the end zone and it lands into the end zone, and you don't get it out, they get what they call a rouge, which is a 1 point. You get 1 point. That's just basically the difference in the NFL. You don't get an extra bonus point for kicking the ball through the end zone, right? Well, in the CFL, you do. They give you that extra little bonus point. So late in the game, you see teams that are out by the 50. You only got to get it through the end zone. If they can get the ball right out through the end zone, it's 1 point, and then you win. Like we seen the Elks do a couple weeks ago. Their game this week was pretty ugly. They were up. It was 11-11, and the Saskatchewan guy on the kickoff, the guy that was receiving the ball, had no idea. He didn't know the CFL rules. Came down from down south, and he went in the end zone, right? So the ball went into the end zone, and he thought it was good, so he grabbed it, figured it was a touchback, kneeled down, gave up a point. Game over. You lose 12-11.
That's crazy. I didn't see that. That's crazy, though.
And it was his fan, whoa, give us some, get out, run. And then the CFL, they let you kick it out, too. So, like, late in the game, you can kick it out. You can actually take the ball.
Does the ball start from, where does the ball start if you kick it out?
It would start from wherever it lands for the other team. They would consider that a punt. So you have to give the other team a chance to get the ball.
I got it.
So then the other team, Saskatchewan, going to try to pick up the ball. You have to give them their distance to pick up the ball, which is the 5 yards in the CFL, and then they can try to kick it back in. I've seen crazy games end in the CFL with teams kicking it in the end zone, kick it out of the end zone, back into the end zone, back out of the end zone. I've seen 30 points scored in the CFL in the last 3 minutes. That's how crazy CFL games can get at the end.
That's crazy. I gotta pay a little more attention to the CFL, dig a little deeper. That sounds fun. It sounds fun to watch.
It's a fun game to watch. Fast, exciting. Field's a little bigger, and because you have to get those 10 yards and 3 downs. Basically, you have first down, second down, and you must be getting some yards or you're in trouble.
Yep.
So,
yes, sir. What you got for sale over at Pick Dogs today?
For me, I got my $15 bookie bomb over there at Pick Dogs. 30-14 the last 44 on it. So scoop up that my daily best bet of the day bid money. So scoop that up, or I have that on 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, save 15% off, and let's end the All-Star week on a nice winning note. 4-1 day yesterday. Let's continue rolling.
Yes, sir. Hot Rod. That's what I call my guy, man. Thank you for joining me today, man. And hopefully I'll see you throughout the week.
Definitely, you'll see me throughout the week. I'm not going anywhere. You take care, and no holiday for me. I will, but it'll be around here. We'll relax and do some yard work, enjoy the sun, take the dogs to the lake. So definitely, really relaxing. I'll probably deep dive football. I'll get bored. I'll give them deep dive football.
Hey, trust me, I'm right there with you. Thank you for joining me today, my man. And I'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me. Good luck with all your bets today, everybody. Hey, hit that thumbs up. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. Appreciate everybody. Good luck with all your bets today. We'll catch you guys sometime this week coming up.
Hot Rod. That's my guy, man. See him soon, man. Last but short and certainly not least, my main man, Wayne.
What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you for having me, man. A little late start for me here, but I'm here to talk this summer league with y'all today.
Okay. Back to my favorite area of expertise, the summer league, them hoops. So yesterday on the show, man, we both gave out losers. Let's call a spade, man.
Yes, sir.
I gave out my Mavs. I thought they had a legitimate shot to keep the game close. Going to be a good game. It was exactly that. But Thunder, a little more experience, pulled off in the end. I like that Thunder Summer League roster. I think I gotta watch out for them.
I'm liking a lot of these rosters, even with both of us being on the losing side. Exactly what you just said. It kind of fell the way we called it, though. We said
they both
have
did.
a chance at the end. Yep. The better, more experienced team pulled it off, but for the prices we had on them dogs, definitely in the match, I felt like we were right in there.
Yep. Magic played a good game. I like what I seen from Anthony Black yesterday. He kind of surprised me a little more than I thought. I thought the Magic may have reached a little bit, grabbing him at that spot, but he looked good yesterday. I really like that one on the wing. He hit him with the little half spin behind the back, step back, I said, okay, Anthony, you hooping right now.
Yeah, it looked good. It definitely looked good, man. I like the way Jet Howard played.
He played good as well.
We felt like we reached early for him yesterday, but honestly, to me, he looked a little more NBA ready than Black. Not to say that he's better than Black or going to be better, but the game he played, just the way it was coming off that corner, hitting the three, the pass he was making, I like the whole team play. I could really see both of those teams are kind of wanted to win because there's a lot of players that I wanted to see get a chance to get in. So it let me know that these coaches are really trying to win these games and emphasize the player like it's going to make the roster to play a lot of minutes in these summer league games. So it's pretty cool to watch.
And that's what I've noticed as well is, people talking about the summer league practice games and stuff like that, but I don't think you're watching if you're saying that because these guys out there hooping, they out there competing. You got to remember, these are guys trying to make rosters. These are guys trying to change their families' lives. These are guys trying to make basketball their lifetime career. And so they're putting everything on the line. And there's some really good games being played on the daily. And I'm enjoying covering it. And I'm just having fun watching some summer league right now.
Yes, sir. It's very, very exciting, man. One of the most exciting summer leagues for me that I can remember in the last few years. So a lot of talent out there, and continue to watch these games today. Full slate for the summer league today. Good, also some good but great baseball games today coming in the All-Star break. So I'm been betting baseball 4 or 5 years, but I can't remember how coming into the All-Star break is. So just hearing from the guys of how some of these teams played during All-Star break has me a little hesitant on today's card. So I definitely treaded lightly today.
Yeah, I traded lightly in baseball today as well. I think I have just one play, to be honest. I have my $19 MLB play of the day. So that's what I got for sale. But going into the All-Star break should be fun. Got a little rest break there for a while. But we'll still have some summer league to cover us throughout the week, man. Me and you, I know we definitely gonna be betting and watching it. So, what you covering for us today?
I'm gonna go watch the video immediately after this, so I don't know if I'm on the same side of you or not. And if you got anything to say on this game, if you're on the opposite side, fill me in, let me know. But and the line changed from when I was going to give this out at the beginning to now. We're going to go to the game between the Detroit and the Houston Rockets. And at the underdog, I was seeing them at -105, but now they're favored at -115. We tell you guys all the time to shop your line, shop your books, and get the best line. But I like the Houston Rockets and how they've been playing, man. I like their lineup. Detroit coming off a tough game yesterday against the Magic. They played good. But I just love what I see out of this Rockets lineup. I honestly, with Eason and Thompson, we have both the Thompson brothers going, but the Thompson brother from the Rockets, boy, when he was slashing and cutting to the rim, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of these people who wanted to wait and see how they was going to transition with that elite league because I'm not a believer in that league. But they shut me up. They coming in here, they blowing past these elite college players, elite NBA players, just like they were in the elite league. So these Thompson boys, they looking good, and I like to.
The thing is we were supposed to get them to play each other today, but the one for the Rockets is not playing.
Oh man, I did not know that, and that's a key reason why I'm on the Rockets. Outside of Easton, and there's a couple other names on there who's been playing amazing. But I love the Rockets in this one in the underdog price. Even without Thompson, I would like to see him in that lineup. But I'm gonna stay with my my pick on it. I'm not gonna switch up because of one player, but
I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the other side of this, man.
I ain't mad that you talk to me, Jay. Let me know why. Let me know what some of your pointers.
Man, so I covered this game in the video today. And I said the exact same thing you said. I like this Rockets roster a lot. Cam Whitmore, I think he's going to be an absolute bucket for the Rockets. I can't believe he really slid that far for them. And how about Jabari Smith, man? He's absolutely
yes, sir.
He had 33 points the other day. Portland sold that game. Portland should have won that game. Rockets came back and took it from them boys, though. And I think Jabari Smith is arguably one of the best players in the summer league. A second-year guy. Those are the guys you have to pay most attention to in these summer leagues. Those second-year guys that have NBA experience already, that have played up with the upper echelon competition, and now this is kind of a step down in competition. Those are the guys that are taking over, and those are the guys that are absolute balling, like Smith. Who else? Hardy from my Mavs had a good game yesterday. Who else? Kenny Lofton from Memphis.
Keegan Murray. I didn't see. I was
Keegan
on
Murray.
Yeah, I definitely. No, you're right. Those are the guys that really shining right now. The ones who showing that they really like that.
And with that being said, a team that has a lot of those guys, in my opinion, is this Detroit Pistons team with Ivy, with Wiseman, Duran. I like the Pistons in this one today, man. The Magic fought yesterday. I had the Pistons yesterday, but I think the Pistons. I just. This is my thinking. They're damn near fielding their roster for the regular season, minus Kate Cunningham.
This is with me with the Pistons, Jay. I love them. I love their toughness about them. But for me, they're missing the shooting. Out of all them guys, none of them are shooters. Yeah, they can beat you on the board. Yeah, they can slash. They're gonna make it tough on you. But if they have they're already not a good shooting team. So if they have a bad shooting night, it don't matter how much experience you got. You can have a younger team like this Rockets come out and shoot their lights out. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but little things with Detroit. I just don't think they have enough shooters right now.
Fair enough. I can't wait to watch that game today. It's probably my favorite game on the card. When I looked at the game, I think I was seeing Pistons -1. I'm now seeing an even line. So should be some good action today, man. We got Wemby back in action today. Hopefully he has a better outing because they was dogging my guy after game 1.
I think Wemby is overshadow how good Chet's playing, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
Okay. Talk to me.
Man,
now, I said this the other day.
Amazing.
I think it was in my first video. I said I would not count out Chet Holmgren for Rookie of the Year. I would not count him out. You can't count him out. And I think the number, I forgot what the number was. He's getting great value with how big of a favorite Wembanyama is. So if
thank you for telling me that. I didn't know he was going to get a great number. So you're saying they're getting a great number. I got to throw something on him just based off the eye test of what I'm seeing right now. And he's getting a great number. Like they trying him. Yeah, that's my favorite time to bet with somebody when the books just disrespecting the hell out of somebody. So
So it's I think I like Chet. I think he's going to be a great fill-in for already one of my favorite money-making teams, the Thunder Buddies. So
they look solid,
that team, and I can't wait to see him integrated in there with all the young talent they already have. You better watch out for them Thunder Buddies, man. You better watch out.
Yeah, Jay was telling y'all last year, so if y'all want to know about last year, this year is definitely I mean the books can adjust, so I always make sure the number is right, but I don't see them taking those steps back. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yep, me either. And then another reason why their numbers they're a small market team, and most people are not thinking about the Thunder on a daily basis, but you know who is? This guy and all of us that watch the jam session and that participate on it. Wayne, man, I'm excited for the summer league today. I'm excited for the last day of baseball before the All-Star break. I know you said you're going light, but I know you got some plays. What you got for the people today?
Yes, sir. I got a 3-pack for y'all today. All underdogs. Every play that I'm on for today is an underdog, and so if you want my play, go out there and pick out that 3-pack. Pair me up one of these top candy cappers you've seen on the show using that 2-for-1 capper special. Always, I'm gonna advocate for that. Using the promo code PICK so you can save some money when you're buying these bets, and let's cash out. Finish this weekend strong. I was 2-0 yesterday, looking to go 3-0 today, and watch all these baseball games that I'm betting on, and these summer league games that I'm thinking about betting on. So let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let me give out a free play before we get out of here. Don't call me a homer, guys, please. Y'all kill me with that. But in all seriousness, I think my Rangers bounced back today. I did not have them yesterday. I'm kind of mad that I did not fade them yesterday.
I love
As
them
I
today.
said, huh?
I don't love the price, but I love them today. I love
Yeah.
them today.
So
I really do.
yesterday, Andrew Heaney was on the mound. Y'all know I talk about him every time he's on the mound. He gets on my absolute last nerves. I should have took the Nationals yesterday, money line. I just stayed off the game instead of taking the Rangers, knowing good and well Heaney was going to play like ass. But who has not played like garbage this year is Dane Dunning. He's been absolutely solid today, and I think the bats back him up. I think the Rangers win this one really comfortably. So if I were to free play wise, I don't love today's Major League Baseball card. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but in this game,
Definitely tougher.
yeah, in this game didn't make my premium area, nothing like that, because like Wayne said, the number is just too high. Minus 220 on the money line, and I don't like laying runs very often, but I think today is a spot where it's warranted. Patrick Corbin has not looked good over his last 5 outings or so. He got cranked by Cincinnati in 5 innings, gave up 10 hits, 6 earned. He had an okay game against Seattle, 7 innings, 5 hits, no run. Before that, San Diego cranked him, Miami cranked him, Houston cranked him. You know what all these teams have in common? Houston, Miami, San Diego, Cincinnati. Their offenses have come to play this year. You know who else's offenses came to play this year? The Texas Rangers, and I think we see them show up today. So my free play, I'll go with my team on the run line, man. I think we bounce back in a big way heading into the All-Star break. And hey, I haven't talked about this none, so I'll talk about it quickly. How about my Rangers with 6 starters in the All-Star game, man? That's just a testament to how good they've been this season. I'm super excited about Rangers baseball right now. I'm super excited for the second half of the season. Like I said at the top of the show, this is a wide open MLB season, and I think my Rangers are a top 5 team in baseball this year, and I think have a legitimate shot to get to and possibly win a World Series. Would I bet them to do so right now? No, I would not. I think the Braves and the Rays are probably still the 2 best teams in baseball, but if we know anything about baseball, anything can happen any given day. And if things break the right way, if the team catches fire at the right time, watch out, man. Y'all might see me on cloud 9 if my Rangers can do something, man. So
Hey Jay, let me see if I can get one more off you, man. As far as this summer league, I gave y'all the game that I will be betting on. But I want to bet on this first game, Toronto Cleveland, man. I'm leaning toward Toronto with this price, man. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Cleveland. You know, we talked during playoffs, and I'll let you know how I felt about Cleveland. But I just think Raptors getting slept on. I do like a lot of these younger players on this Raptors squad, and they don't talk about blowing up a team for a reason. It's because they have some good young talent filling in, and they have some pieces that they can dispose of. And I believe some of those young talents come out here and can possibly get the job done against Cleveland in this one.
So I talked about this game as well in the video today. I'm on the Raps with you. They got my guy Marcus Noel. Yeah, they got my guy Marcus Noel out of Kansas State. He had a really good game 1. I think he had 17 points, was pretty efficient. Grady Dick didn't have the best game 1, but I like him too. I think he'll have a bounce back game today. And when I looked at both teams, I think the only real reason Cleveland is favored is Cleveland won their first one. Toronto lost their first one. When I look at this Cleveland roster, nothing really jumped off the page to me. They have Amani Bates. Amani Bates, I do like him. He's been kind of hyped since high school. We've known about him for forever. But
it's not enough.
Volume shooter, kind of just a volume shooter right now. He didn't shoot well from the field game 1. They still got the dub. They played the Nets, though. The Nets don't really have much talent either. And talent for talent, roster for roster, I lean in the direction of Toronto. They're getting 2 points, and I think it's the right place to be. So I'm with you. I think Marcus Noel, Grady Dick have enough to get this one done for the
beautiful breakdown. That's why you Dre Briggs the GOAT. Appreciate that, man. You just shot my confidence up through the roof. I was already gonna I'll tell you liking that game. So appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's what I'm on Summer League. Check out my Summer League video, guys, if y'all have not. I will be covering it throughout the week for y'all with baseball going away. So Still some videos coming out for us here at Pig Dogs. Thank everybody for joining us today on this show. I had an all-star group of guys, man. Everybody pretty much showed up for me today. I appreciate everybody who joined me. Wayne, thank you for being my last guest. Shout out to everybody on the show, man. Let's make some money on a Sunday, and we will see you guys soon. We're out of here.
All right, Pig Dog fam.
Peace.